On today's episode, we're answering the question, no, we're not, because I'm on the wrong damn outline.
I think if you're getting the results you want from the website and that customer journey is working for you, there's no real need to tweak it. If it isn't converting the way you want it to, if you are seeing quite a lot of people leave who probably should be sticking around, then it's a really good signal that something's not clicking, something needs reworking. So sort of let the people tell you if it's working for you or not. And that's something you can look at in your analytics pretty quickly to see if people are leaving in like 3 seconds. You maybe want to check what's going on that homepage.
So if we have people that are staying on the website, what's the optimum amount of time? So I know 3 seconds is like, oh my God, I hate this, and they're gone. But what would be the benchmark for you to say this website's working? Like, how long of a page view would you say, yeah, that's working?
Yeah, I mean, sorry. It would depend on which page on your site. So in general, you do want people to click through multiple pages. And I honestly pay more attention to click-through rates than time on page, because people are very frequently coming back to, say, a sales page multiple times. But I would say, yeah, if you're getting below a 2-3 second mark, no one's reading anything in that time. If you can get people in there, like even a minute is great. And that means that they're scrolling down the page at least a little bit to consume some of that content. So it will depend on the length of your page, because obviously it takes more or less time to read things depending on how long they are. But I would keep an eye on your click rates. If people are landing on the homepage and going nowhere else, that's a problem. If they're going to your sales page and never ever clicking on anything, there's definitely a problem and something to be addressed. So it's sort of an art and a science to paying attention to all of those analytics. And it's really about, if the results aren't stacking up with what you're expecting, if you're getting a certain volume of people and the results aren't there, it's a really good time to sort of dive into those analytics and just see what's looking off. And that's where, bringing in an expert can help, because I know that is very overwhelming plugging into that back end side.
Yeah, you're talking and I'm like, oh, that sounds fun and overwhelming all at the same time. Now, I had a question and I kind of lost it, but one of the things that I think you might be saying is you're kind of setting your own benchmarks. Like, there are some best practices, that 2-3 second mark, like you said, but what we really should be doing is looking at our individual trends and analytics, and is it going up? Is it going down? And then make our own decision on action. Is that right?
Exactly, because if I took, Target or Amy Porterfield's website and compared her stats to mine, you're inevitably going to be disappointed. And she has many different pieces at work in that business and that website that we as small business owners won't have. So it's about kind of taking stock of where your business is at, what your website is doing, and adapting like you would any of your other strategies for social media, email marketing, any of those pieces. You do need context to make decisions. So your website analytics are essentially just giving you context in the form of data.
Well, I'm a data person. I love data. So let's get those website analytics installed. If you don't already have it, go and get those in there, because you really need them. What have you noticed happening over the last couple of years when it comes to websites? What's evolved with online businesses?
I think there's a strong tendency towards simplifying processes and simplifying our interface with websites. I think we went through a phase where we wanted all the bells and whistles and all the cool stuff. And I'm starting to see that fade. Not just because people are sick of, the new and shiny tech, but I think also there's a tendency to not see that actually work well as a business strategy, to lean into all the sort of fussy marketing and really sort of hammer home on what's working and what are proven strategies and tactics. And platforms, I think, are kind of going that way too, to make easy customer journeys, a really easy user experience for people building their own websites, is more and more a selling point. You see that in the marketing of a lot of these platforms. It's really about making that easy. And I think the resulting websites are also reflecting that we're trying to make the experience of shopping online, of operating business online, much smoother and less frictionful.
What is wrong with us? We have the giggles.